And we got Big Worm in the house.
Yo.
And we got Cam back in the house with us. Hey man, people been asking for them hook'ems, so we gonna give them plenty of hook'ems today.
He been down there playing with the hogs wherever he was.
But if they be even commenting, Cam, they need to hook 'em.
Yeah.
We gonna.
You know what, Cam? You can kick rock, homie.
Man,
go back where you came from.
Cam went on vacation. Cam, where'd you go? You went to Florida, Cam?
I went to Branson.
Branson. Oh, hell, you should have stayed at home.
That's silver dollars. Yeah, playing them silver dollars.
How is it down there? Like, what is it to do?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's slow motion.
Oh.
Slow motion.
It ain't. I think Cam found out real quick it wasn't his style.
It's real family friendly. Real for the kids.
Yeah. now you need an adult vacation, huh?
Yeah, I tell you, you ain't get nothing to eat after 10 o'clock because Waffle House is closing.
Oh yeah. so it's like that, huh? And now, man, Cam, man, it's about time, man. You getting mic'd up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time you get mic'd. Can you get mic'd up today? Yeah, let's see what you can do. Man, now, man, we had to know these NBA finals been going on. Man, for once, when I thought the Suns gonna run away with it, and now it's they out of there.
Sometimes that youth that we talk about catch up with you.
I think it's over, man.
It's over.
I was rooting for CP3, but it's a wrap.
Yeah. So they went on that run, right? They went on that run the first quarter, and people like, oh man, they finna take it. They finna take it. Then
That's what I thought.
Just like that. That's that quarter. Like, whoa.
I thought they had to win the first game going back home, and they lost it. So now, I believe it's a wrap.
And now you talk about, we've been talking about Middleton, what he's been doing. Now Drew Holiday is entering into the picture.
Yeah.
And been an issue for Booker a little bit. Well, he ain't stopped Booker, but.
And see, with
CP.
the whole ordeal, I think when it comes down to it, I think Middleton going to get MVP.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves it.
And, hey, man, Cam, when you get ready, Cam, I got Keontae Boyd, Longhorn fan number 1, watching. I need to get him a hook 'em.
Hey, this show gonna be so great when
hey, this is for Keontae Boyd. Hook 'em.
when we win the Big 12. This show gonna be so great because we gonna win the Big 12. I want y'all to know that today. Let y'all know that now.
Okay.
Big 12. Back to Milwaukee.
Yeah, if you. But man, the game plan should have been okay. We gonna let West Greek.
Yeah.
Giannis score his 35.
I agree.
Cause I don't know if you can actually stop him, but the other ones you can stop, I believe. And they should have
Yeah.
we gonna stop these guys. Let Giannis get his. We gonna stop them because in reality you're not gonna be able to stop. You're not gonna be able to stop Giannis no way.
Right.
So go ahead and let him get his 30 points. Stop everybody else.
Yeah, because his 30 points won't win the game alone.
Mm-hmm.
But you got, I think Chris was over 30. I think Drew had 20 plus. Chris might have been 27. Drew might have been 20, or one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Two people had 30. So when you got two players scoring in the 30s and one scoring 22, 27 points, it's going to be hard to beat them. I mean, Booker going to do, like, it would be the same way for me with the Suns. They've been letting Booker do his thing and stopping everybody else. And, man, Chris Paul he's folded.
He's unevaporated.
He folded, man.
Like,
throwing the ball away.
man, he's been a non-voided since they went on that 2-0 run.
They said the first 3 games he had 15 turnovers.
I mean, I don't know if it's too much pressure on himself.
They claim he hurt. Some people believe he hurt. Some of the sports in that.
But if he is hurt,
So
you throwing a pass you shouldn't throw that don't have anything to do with an injury.
I know there were 2 passes that he tried something. The ball just flew the other way in the backcourt. One DeAndre Ayton caught right before the line, and the other one didn't.
So I don't know. Hey Cam, we got another Longhorn fan. We got Mr. Tony Cole. Give Mr. Tony Cole a mile high salute.
But I know y'all want Phoenix to win, but I want Milwaukee to win.
Hook 'em. That's for you, Tony Cole.
Keep
Hook 'em.
them coming. Somebody go create something good about Texas. Because, I can't get any help from Cam. So somebody go out there and start putting some stuff out here about Texas on the feed. I can't see nothing yet, but
man, it was good. I guess my aspiration for them to win, it was good while it lasted. But the Greek ain't gonna let him lose it now. He one game away.
Man, he finna show out.
He is. He one game away.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, kudos to the guy. The fact that he won 2 MVPs, even though I don't think he should have won neither one.
Yeah, you're right.
I just think, hey, Cam, I need another hook 'em just for Brandon Braley. Hook 'em.
I can't see the comments.
Hook 'em.
Donnie can see the comments. We can't.
That's for Brandon Braley. That's for him.
It's all good. At least we know some Texas fans out here, some real Texas fans. None of Hog fans.
But anyhow, back to the NBA Finals. This will be the second time Chris Paul actually blew a 2-0 lead.
Said that funny. I'm laughing at you. I can't see the comments.
Huh?
I'm laughing at you.
So this is the second time.
We can't see the comments.
Oh yeah.
No, they coming up now.
Man, it sucks. It sucks, but I guess it don't suck for Giannis. For Giannis being able to in our reality, neither one of them would have had a chance to win the ring if the other guys wasn't hurt.
True.
This be kind of sort of like the year the Houston Rockets, when they went back to back.
Yeah.
When Jordan was on vacation.
Only time that was gonna be the only window.
Only way they was gonna be able to win.
That window was open.
Is when Jordan was gone, and when Jordan came back, that window closed like that.
So let me ask you this: if LeBron not hurt, AD not hurt, are they?
Yes.
Would Phoenix even be here?
No.
Okay.
No. If LeBron is healthy, AD is somewhat serviceable. LeBron James is in the finals.
So,
but no different than if
KD and
they be in the
Harden
finals
and Kyrie, and this would be a swept series.
Yes. And I believe that if the big three, the Kyrie and the Irving, the Kyrie, the Harden and Durant, they would have been the champs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they would have. You said they would have beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
In the finals.
I don't think nobody's gonna beat them.
That's hard, man. Only reason why they lost was KD was. Milwaukee turned it on. I can't say that, but KD shot a fatigue last shot for an air ball. And
going back watching that shot, that was a dumb shot.
Yeah,
he had time. He rushed it. He had more time than I don't know if he. Well, I can't make no excuse for him because the shot clock is in front of him.
Yeah, when the mind and body tired, bro.
Yeah.
It's just some things you think there's not there.
But I think somebody was even open because he forced it. I think somebody was actually open, so I think he could have dished it. But anyway,
is that window closing for him?
Nah,
due to injury.
I don't think so. I think because he didn't say he wasn't hurt.
No, he's just tired. You're right.
Yeah, he played. The other two was non-voided. So I don't think that window is shut for him. I think the window is getting closer to being shut for LeBron, but not KD.
I think if you put the pieces around LeBron, he gonna do what he do. If you give LeBron the help, he's still gonna. I will never call LeBron serviceable. I would always call it runs through LeBron.
I don't know if LeBron gonna. Something has to be, in those guys' mind when you watch guys, especially on the superstar level, to watch other superstar that was one superstars like vanish to just another player. I wouldn't want to be that.
I'll walk away.
Yeah, before I become that just another player.
Right. I'll retire. Well, we're going to see now. He's been out of the playoffs early. He's healing his body up from, it's going to be a longer rest period now for him between the last championship and the season. We'll see what kind of LeBron come back. If LeBron come back playing like the LeBron of old, then the league in trouble.
True, and just like Jordan, because when Jordan came back for the Wizards, He came back for the field seats.
Yeah, that's what it was. The business.
Yeah, that was a big. That
He
was
the
to
owner,
sell
he
tickets.
had some-
But you see the version you got. It wasn't the
Washed
version
up.
that made him the greatest. That's the version I don't want to see LeBron.
Yeah. It was the version that you didn't want to see AI do one of the greatest players, probably arguably the greatest player in the game.
And even like Kobe, I think Kobe, when he left, because he left, no, he was still making major buckets. He was on the verge of being just another player.
Yeah,
But he left right before he came just another player.
smart move.
Even Duncan, Garnett, they all left before they came. See, like Vince Carter. Vince Carter became just another player.
Yeah, T-Mac, McGrady became just on the roster.
Like I think, man, if you're a superstar, and when you know you ain't a superstar no more, man, your time, you need to know, hey, let me keep my legacy intact and walk away when I'm not on a downward spiral.
You know what's interesting? You talking about basketball real quick. Mike Conley, he didn't make the All-Star team last year, did he?
I don't think so.
You know he's had a big deal and never made the All-Star game?
Yeah, he's on there 174. I mean, when he got it,
Never made an All-Star team.
but I mean, he's been a nice player. Just his position he plays. You got
so many more better.
Yeah, they just
Still, man, he should be like somebody should vote this guy in to be a reserve or something. But he can't even get a plug on the All-Star team.
and even like I don't know if I would want to get traded there or even go there because he's a free agent. And they actually are talking about pulling him to them. The Pelicans is talking about grabbing Lowry.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to go.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Just not a good market. I don't see them being a championship pedigree team. Period. No time soon.
I don't either. What Mr. Walton talking about? He said legacy of $20 million a year.
I don't know. You talking about Conley?
Hey, Mr. Jason Walden. Hey, when you said the legacy of 20 more million a year, what are you referencing to? Matter of fact, Cam, give Mr. Walden a Mile High salute.
That boy getting the
Hook him.
We're gonna work that button.
Yeah, we're gonna work the button today.
Y'all wait for wait. I just want y'all to watch. We still got to do the schedule, man. You still got to do Texas schedule. We ain't done it yet.
Oh, we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to do the Texas schedule.
Hey, I'm gonna have something special for y'all. I thought this came in my head. Appreciate you.
We gonna do it. Give you the real on this schedule.
Man, but I think the finals coming in tonight. And they playing in Milwaukee too.
It's over.
It's over.
I'm calling. I mean, I felt like Milwaukee was gonna win this series. They've been down 2-0 twice this playoff run.
Hey, he's saying he was talking about making 20 more million a year, or
Worry about legacy.
Yeah.
No, give me the 20 million. I can buy a legacy.
but I mean, but the ones that's
I can set.
but the ones that are legends and superstars, man, them guys are made plenty of money.
Yeah.
To me, my legacy at a certain point, I done made a whole lot of money. $20 more million. What's gonna buy me? And I already got $100 million in the bank. At that point, my legacy is gonna have to matter to me. Cause no, you already know that the egos is more important than some of this money.
Bro, my kid's gonna be the legacy. As long as they take care of, that's the legacy for me.
That is like somebody to be at $5 billion. You got all the money in the world that you can't spend $5 billion.
No.
So what are you gonna do with $100 million more? Nothing. Just to add it, just so you can say I died a rich man.
No, I'm becoming a philanthropist. Like do what everybody else do. Give it away.
So
Mr. Heflin, I
Look
see
at my
you comments. I heard
give
you
it
was
away. I'm blinking.
so I'm just saying. I mean, just so you can say you died a rich man.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, you can have so much money you can't spend it all.
No. I mean, that's even with the players today, like the superstar like LeBron.
True.
They got to do what they do, schools and give foundations, because they make so much money. What I think it was LeBron was making Was it $2 to $4 million a month when he was
I don't tell, man.
18, 19 coming out?
Yeah, but it's a wild. I mean, yeah, generational wealth is a game changer. But at some point, when you're a superstar and you done already made generational wealth,
Man,
is it good to keep piling on the money and you come just a regular player, or is it good for you to leave out with a strong because the kids these days, they can see they seen a Vince Carter we didn't see.
right. We saw
They said an old washed up Vince Carter.
a high riser.
Yeah. So, what version of somebody do you want somebody to remember you at? Because the kids gonna remember him as being that just a player that would come off the bench. That man, they didn't even play.
What frustrates me when I'm arguing with my child or any kid about Michael Jordan, I'm like, man, y'all didn't see Mike play. That's our highlights.
They seen the Washington Wizards, Mike.
Yeah. Y'all didn't see Mike play. I mean, Mike Jordan did lose games.
He did.
He lost a couple times in the first.
He did.
I mean, but he was still a great player. But they saw, truthfully, some of them seen a wash up. I mean, not a wash up, a older LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
When LeBron come in the 02, 01, 02? My oldest wasn't even born yet.
I think it came to 01.
So there were a lot of kids not even born yet. You know, talk about LeBron's game now. There's older adults, younger adults. They weren't even on the planet yet.
So speaking of that, since we talking about legacy, man, does this hurt Chris Paul? Does this hurt the fact that he made it to the finals? He made it there, like the road getting there, he was balling. Now he's here, and now he's disappearing.
Yeah, not only could you possibly lose it, but you didn't play well.
Exactly. So does this hurt his legacy? The fact that this was the only chance he was gonna make it anyway. He got there, and you pretty much rolled over.
It takes him out of the conversation with the likes of Steph Curry.
It has to. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, does it hurt Chris Paul? To me, it does. If he can't figure out how to win tonight, and then win one more, this hurts him.
Yeah.
Because his performance has been top tier.
Look, Booker done scored 80 points in 2 games.
Huh?
Booker done scored about 80 points in 2 games.
Man, yeah, he giving it his all.
Yeah.
Like, everything he has, he leading out on the court. Chris Paul, again.
And by the way, he said good dude, Chris Paul, a dirty player.
Chris Paul is looking like, even though he's not washed, but he looking like he is. I mean, and because he's not washed, just how he's performing prior to the prior series.
Yeah.
But now at the finals, to where you really should have had your together,
he don't.
He don't.
The one thing that frustrated me with Paul, I know Paul's a smart player. He probably didn't do it intentionally out of frustration. But when Giannis jumped to dunk, that last dunk on the and one.
Yeah.
He pushed that dude. That dude was already going past the goal, but he pushed that dude in the air. I mean, to me, that's a dirty play.
Man, I think I know what you're talking about, but then again, I don't know what you're talking about.
So they rip Booker. Drew Holiday rips Booker. They're driving. It's like in the fourth, and he throws a oop up.
Oh yeah, well he didn't necessarily push him. He kind of like let his body carry him into the direction Giannis was going. I guess you could say that dirty, because that could have been ugly.
That could have been real bad.
Yeah. But I didn't even talk about now though.
I know from dirty play.
I don't know, man. I think this is it for him. This is a chance, and just like now with him, how much longer? Because he's up in age. How much longer is he gonna play? He's not a LeBron.
No, he don't prepare like
How much longer is he gonna play before he become that eighth guy coming off the bench?
Okay, I mean with his injuries and his age, not much longer. But it's not over with yet, because we could be talking a different narrative tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, but it's not over with yet. But
hey, Mr. Walden, you're right. you get a little old grumpy old man.
Man.
But and then again, that could be one of them like frustration.
Yeah.
Y'all got the game out of the way. Like y'all got this game won, and you finna add another point. But I don't know, man. I think his legacy is up in jeopardy.
Well, he ain't won nothing.
He ain't.
He joins that crew of the Malones.
That again. Even though Karl Malone was just as great as he was,
Number 2 scored, all-time leader. Number 2 all-time leader scorer.
he doesn't be talked about like he is that.
And that's beyond the other stuff we don't talk. We talking about sports.
Yeah,
Even in the sports.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
ain't win nothing.
He don't be talked about like one of the greats. And and even though he is, I think he don't be talked about one of the greats because he ain't got anything to go with it.
No.
But just stats.
No hardware.
I mean, just no different than the Dan Marino. Just as good as how Dan Marino was, he get talked about some, but not nearly like he would have been if he got a couple rings.
Yeah. Don't when we talk about coaches. When we talk about coaches at any level, we're talking about all-time winners coaches that got hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of hardware to go with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, I don't know, man. I was sure hoping that sucker would have got him one. But
I like the fact that this team, Milwaukee, like Trey said last week, that they're doing it. There's not a bunch of superstars on the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's basketball players.
Yeah.
That Middleton would be no star on nobody else's team.
Nah, he's not.
He would be what he is.
He's not a star. He reminds me of the guy that played for the Bulls. Not saying he's better, but he wasn't a star either, and he could have went somewhere else, and he would have been just another player.
Talking about which one?
Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc. Kukoc was hard, man. No,
what I'm saying though, he was a serviceable player.
Yeah,
Middleton is too.
Yeah.
He's not a superstar. They're nowhere close to being one.
So are we giving CP3 superstar status?
I mean, at one point he was the one of the greatest to ever play that position. Still is, but
It's evolved the whole lot.
this would have put him in another tier, if you ask me, if he could have got the ring.
Championship.
Now it's gonna keep him staying where he's at because the window is closed. When they lose this game tonight,
Which they are going to lose this game tonight.
yes, his window is shut.
They took DeAndre Ayton completely out this series to me. I mean, unless somebody can show me different. The thing that they done to get there, to beat the likes of the Lakers, you hadn't seen it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Even what they did the last series, you're not. Well, we was seeing it. So either whoever the coach is for the Bucks, either he made some hell of adjustments. Because again, Suns was up 2-0. Now they lost the last 3.
One thing that Milwaukee do that I've seen that a lot of teams haven't been able to do is shoot. They're role players.
Mm-hmm.
They knock down shots.
And so now that contract Holiday got, now you can say it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because he got a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah.
Now you can say it's worth it. Now, question is, I don't know when Middleton is up, but he just earned himself a nice paycheck.
Man, they fixing to do it with the team. It's not a super team. And that makes basketball
Yeah, I mean,
better.
They are proving that you don't have to have
It's
a super
good for
team.
basketball.
You ain't got to stack this your roster up with all these different type of guys just for you think you're gonna win.
Because if you go back through the list, LeBron and them lost 2 championships in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, not a stacked team.
Not a stack team.
San Antonio was already just a great team.
Yeah,
And they should have lost.
It was a great team that they actually drafted.
Yeah.
It wasn't no piece of that.
Right.
Hey, free agents and come on and play with us.
Or Ray Allen don't hit a shot. LeBron them just winning 1 championship
True.
in Miami. Then you got the super team Golden State lost.
Mm-hmm.
They lost twice. Well, one was injured and one just got ran down.
Yeah.
Boston didn't win. They only won 1.
1-1.
So it goes all the way back to when the Lakers had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Kobe, and all those guys. They didn't win it all. So it's proven that you don't necessarily you can't win a championship every time with
No,
these,
you can't.
with
You
these stacked
can't.
teams
I mean,
like that.
even back in the 2000s, early 2000s, whenever the Pistons won, that team was orchestrated
by draft
picks.
Yeah.
So It can be done.
Well-
It just I guess for the GMs, it just make it easier on you if you can get a superstar to add with another superstar that already has.
But
to
then
add
you-
with another superstar, now you have what you think is a unstoppable roster.
Yeah, and then you have all this money out there though that you can't go build around them.
True,
Because sometimes these players don't want to play with two guys like that.
true. Because it's not enough balls to go around.
No, I mean, you think about it, you could surround yourself with two guys that could one interior, one out like LeBron, but them shooters like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was terrible.
True. Yeah, like the bubble version.
He left.
That's that left big
Yeah,
time.
so-
and you would have thought though, and I don't know how the GM was contemplating the Lakers season this past season. If he's seen all the injuries happen, he's like, man, ain't no point of us going in there dissecting this roster just to end up in the same output that we was gonna be anyway.
Right. Because on paper, the Clippers were, if anybody was going to give the Lakers run in the finals on paper, it's supposed to be the Clippers. Mm-hmm. You know, on paper.
Yeah, on paper.
You better all-around team.
Yes.
Even better than the Suns' young team.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, I just, like we talking about the back to the Suns, they lost their way. They lost their identity of how their leader, their floor general, either he hurt or he just depression something got to him.
I said we will see it. Now, I would say this: if somehow or another, I don't think it's gonna happen, but if somehow or another the Suns can put it together and win tonight, now it's a toss-up. If they can somehow come together and figure something out to win tonight, now it becomes a toss-up.
I still don't think they can win 2 games.
I don't think so either.
That they can win. They ain't won since
But
game 2.
they won the first 2.
I don't
So-
still think they can win 2 games.
I don't know, man. To me, it's come a toss-up.
Yeah. The pressure's on Milwaukee, too, at home, but the pressure's also on Phoenix. So,
I think it's more so the pressures on Phoenix than it is to Milwaukee. Because
Yeah.
one, Milwaukee playing at home, so that's little less pressure. You at your arena, and you up.
I mean, our game away from the championship is
Yeah.
always either you're going to close it out or you're going to just get blew out. It's gonna be one of the two.
But they up though, so they can afford a boo-boo game.
They don't need, no, they can't.
No, they can afford it because they up one.
No, they
And
got,
fix it.
it's always another game. if they
Yeah,
lose.
it's another game.
Yeah.
This got to be Suns' best playoff game today. Cause not, they go home.
Yeah, because it always has happened when Miami did that. They go back to Rayleigh hitting that shot. The next game, Miami ended up closing the Spurs out because they were just. If Phoenix go win and have a chance to win the championship, they better win tonight and go home with confidence and kind of try to blow it open.
Yeah, Jameson, you may be right. The closeout game may be the hardest, but at the same time,
It's gonna be the hardest.
yeah, it may be the hardest, but I just still think it's more pressure on the Suns, man, because this is it. Like they got to get this stuff together.
There's no answer for Giannis. And when
That's
they
what
can't
I'm saying.
stop,
Let
but if they
Giannis
can't
get
stop
Giannis.
Giannis.
Let him get his.
And they better hope-
let him get his 30, his 40.
But Chris
Stop
get
the other one.
Chris get 25. It's been enough.
But stop the other ones though. Like them down like to 12 points. Middleton down to 15.
They can't.
I mean, but I'm just saying. But
Pick
that
and roll,
shit,
they can't. That's screen. They can't.
I don't know. See, to me, the Suns doesn't have that defensive defender. That's,
Tucker, man.
I like one of them all NBA the defense teams type of guys. They don't have that. Now that's when it's needed.
Tucker gonna play a big role in this game tonight. PJ Tucker gonna be real big in this game.
Probably so.
He gonna be big in this game.
Man, we got the shortest coach in Texarkana watching right now, Eric Sutton. Shout out to Eric Sutton. I told that sucker I was gonna buy him for his birthday a damn what's some things called little kids need to get in the
A
cabinet.
booster seat?
No,
Oh.
no, you know they gotta put it in front of the cabinet door, claw on top of it, then little step. What do you call it? Yeah, I'm buying little. I'm buying Sutton a step stool. Help him get them cabinets at home.
He ain't gonna need one to get up here on this couch.
Hey, but man, we'll see how it's gonna go.
They made a run. We forget they made a run back to bring the game within 1
They did.
the other night. So we'll see. Brooklyn will have to go 50.
Again, they would have been up 3-0 if they didn't. I mean, I don't know, man. It's like they self-destructed in Game 3.
You know, they probably emotional Booker. Booker get in himself and just start doing stuff too, though. He start fouling. Booker should have fouled out.
Yeah.
But do too much.
But that was that frustration stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to learn how to play finals basketball.
Yeah.
But he won't never make it again, so he might well enjoy it. He'll never make it again.
He won't make it as a son again.
No, he won't make it as a son again. So let me rephrase that. He may make it, but he won't have the same.
Not as a son, he won't.
Not as a son. That's over. Man, we're gonna start this new segment on the show, man, called "Who You Got." Cam, post that picture, Cam.
The coach is also he is going away from Aiden.
I want everybody's opinion on who you got. Who do you got? If you had a chance, if you had a pick, you only can pick one. You can't be Trey and have 1A, 1B. You gotta pick one. Who would y'all pick? Would you pick Marshall Faulk, or would you pick Christian McCaffrey? Most people would say, especially like the older guys.
Yeah, I bought into that.
Would say Marshall Faulk.
I bought into that.
Yeah,
because I'm an older guy like that.
But in reality, the first 4 years of Faulk, the first 4 years of McCaffrey is lighting it up.
Better than Faulk.
Huh?
He was better.
Hey, Jameson, you can't believe I asked it. No. So who you got? See, yeah, Marshall Faulk, Hall of Famer, 2-time. They won They win one, or did they win 2?
Oh, champion 2.
Yeah, they won 2.
2
back to back, right?
Yep.
He said, yeah. So he a 2-time champ. Because he the rookie of the year, and he's a Hall of Famer. True that, he is. But I'm with you with these stats though. Of the first 4 years, because I don't can go by the first 4 because McCaffrey only been in the league for 4 years.
It changed my mindset based on the start after looking at this.
So it
didn't change my mind, but maybe
with Marshall Faulk, his first season, which was a rookie, he had 314 carries with Molly Monway rounded out to 1,300 rushing yards. He had 52 receptions for 522 yards. Okay. You go to McCaffrey. He only had so the rookie years don't match up.
Right.
Marshall Faulk came in the league and ran with it. McCaffrey, he was behind somebody, I believe. Who was there when he was there? Somebody was there that left.
Talking about in Carolina?
Yeah.
D'Angelo Williams? Was he there? Or was the other one there? Stewart was there. Jonathan Stewart.
Stewart still was a guy. So he only had 435 rushing. But he had 651 with 80 receptions his rookie year. Okay, so go to year 2. Now year 2, Marshall Faulk had 289 carries. You might want to say 1,100 rushing yards. He was averaging 3.7 yards a carry. He had 475 receiving yards. McCaffrey had the least amount of carries by 60 and had more rushing yards. He had 1,100. Averaging 5 yards a carry with almost 1,000, with almost 900 yards receiving.
Yeah, and Mr. Wade, and when you get through with that, Mr. Wade did say something that there is truth to it.
Okay, so third year, of course. Third year, Marshall Faulk. He must have been he had been injury prone because he only played 13 games, but he had 200 yards. But he still had 200 yards, 200 touches. And he only had 587 yards with 3 yards of carry.
Was throwing that thing. Was
and he had
St. Louis in or Indy?
It's Indy. He was his first 4 years. He was in Indy. And he had 56 receptions for 428 yards. Well, Christian third year is when he opened up some eyes. He had 278 attempts. This was his most attempts. For 13, you might say 1,400 yards. He was averaging 4.9. He had 116 receptions for a little bit over 1,000 yards.
He had no help that year. He couldn't have. He was the whole team that year. He was the whole
team. And then, of course,
team.
the fourth year, he was hurt.
That's why he hurt now. That's why he was hurt the fourth year. That's what he did the year before.
So, going off the first 4 years, and that's all you can base it off of, who you got?
Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk.
No, I get what you said.
It's something, because to me, McCaffrey is like the closest thing you can choose to go with Marshall Faulk.
Of course, yeah, because do it all out of the backfield.
Yeah, I think he the closest thing.
They both had 1,000-yard rushing, 1,000-yard receiving.
Exactly. So he the closest thing to that. And you can't go by, you can't compare him to his career
because in St. Louis they were a throwing team still.
Well, I'm just saying you can't go by his entire career, because he only been in the league for 4. This will be his 5th year.
We still early in here.
We're still early.
To be determined.
So I want to do an old school, new school, and compare them and see what the people say. I knew all the old schools gonna say Faulk.
Yeah, they're gonna say Faulk.
I knew they was.
They both do it all back. That's been proven.
So I knew.
We ain't got talking about LT right now. We know who LT is.
You know what? Hey, Mr. Walton, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I know who LT is. LT.
I know.
I'm taking LT over both of them. I'm just honestly. I'm taking LT over both of them.
Actually, I did forget about him.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the players now. That's the only you can compare to Marshall Faulk and LT. They played close to the same era. I'm talking about a guy that's been retired for a very long time in the Hall of Fame, and a guy that's playing in the league now. I'm gonna try to compare these type of guys, who I think is the closest thing to one of the old school, the Gold Jackets. And
that man right there.
And yeah, I think he's the closest thing.
Yeah. Well, to Faulk, because a lot of those guys were just runners. This dude out the backfield in open space can catch a ball and do more. You proved it. 1,000 yards, 116 receptions.
116 receptions.
That's receiver. He got them receiver numbers.
I want to see what Marshall Faulk number was. You know, when he had the 1,000 yards of reception and no on the ground. I want to know, like, what's the comparable numbers.
He must have got receiver money just based off his numbers alone at receptions to get this much money as a back, because he's really a do it all back.
With who?
McCaffrey.
I got you.
I mean, come on, 116 receptions.
Yeah, he only had 1,000 one time, and that was his first year in St. Louis. He had you might well say 1,400 yards on the ground, and he had 87 catches for you might well say 150.
What the receivers he had out wide, is probably pretty easy to get 1,000 yards out of the backfield.
But he still got, but that's still a lot of targets though.
Yeah,
87 come out of the backfield. I mean, which he had 1,000 yards, and that was his 6th season. He had 1,000 yards off almost 20 less catch.
20 less reception than he had?
Yeah, I thought it was a good comparison between the two. Again, I knew the old school was gonna say Faulk.
I'm a Faulk guy. I mean, but
like Trey. Trey say
McCaffrey.
Let us see what Thomason. I just want to see what his numbers was real quick. Here we go. Just to see if how you go to stats. Okay, right here. If he had any 1,000 yards on the ground. No, he never came close.
1,000-yard season?
Yeah, he never came close.
Really?
Yep, I'm looking at it right here. The most yards he had, receiving yards.
Oh, receiving.
Yeah.
He's a runner, man.
Was 725.
So you really can't compare him to.
That's why. So basically, the only person you can compare is
those two
Faulk,
players. Yeah,
because they may be the only two that ever done it.
Next week, LT and Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, that be somewhat a good one.
LT. That's all easy. That's easy.
Yeah,
That's easy. That's too easy.
Well, how long has Kamara been in the league?
You want to compare AP and LT? You can't compare them.
No,
two.
if you do old school, new school.
Oh, old school, new school. Nowhere near close.
And actually, and honestly, I don't know. There's a guy right now that you can compare AP to, or compare them to themselves to AP. I don't know if you got a guy that runs with that much power and was that fast.
Who y'all comparing APT on the line? Somebody post somebody. Who you compare AP to? I mean, we didn't see Jim Brown play now, so don't say Jim Brown.
No,
I don't have a clue what he looked like.
No, I want to know. Hey,
Barkley. Ooh, that was. He ain't, but I hadn't saw enough out of Barkley yet.
That's me too. So I'm gonna sit back on that one. So I really don't know.
Hadn't saw enough yet.
But hey, just what Corey said. Hey, give us somebody y'all think that's comparable right now to AP.
And boy, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone.
AP probably gonna.
I don't.
The greatest. I mean,
man, he was on the verge of being one. Well, he's still one of the greatest ever. But I thought at one point he was on the verge of being the great.
Shattering the record. If he would have stayed some help, he would have shattered the record.
Man, that's why people got to give my boy, me and Bobblehead boy, Gore.
You gotta give it to Gore, man,
because he's demonstrated longevity in the most physical game that you can actually play.
Walden Henry is not AP.
No.
Henry is not.
Like Jameson said, in his key sweat voice, nobody.
Henry won't ever be an AP.
Nobody.
Henry don't welcome contact. He big dude. He don't want to welcome contact. Man, AP. I remember just watching this dude crush linebackers.
We done seen Derrick Henry's power when he's still formed.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about somebody that goes in the hole and it's closed, and you lower your helmet and you bounce out of there and you strike off. I have never seen one like that.
Name one person that just hit him hard.
But I never seen and I don't know if that's for a reason.
You know it is.
Yeah, but I never seen a guy. I never seen Derrick Henry go in the hole, lower his shoulders, a guy square him up, boom, make contact, and he keep going. I never seen that. And maybe we ain't seen that because he's so big and nobody want to do it.
Mark Ingram not even close. Low key. Not even close. Not the AP.
He's saying Mark Ingram to Adrian Peterson?
Not even close.
Come on now, Coach Wade.
Not even close.
Really, Coach Wade? Mark Ingram. You can't compare that guy to AP. No. What is he talking about?
I'm sorry. Can't let you do that.
Nah. He can't compare those two.
Honestly, I thought Ricky Williams was gonna be what AP was.
That's one that you can compare the two.
I thought Ricky Williams was gonna really be AP.
Yes, but they were playing around the same. That's the same era. But if Ricky Williams was playing now, you could say him.
It would be so easy.
I was a Ricky Williams fan.
It was so easy, man.
Yes, because he had the speed and he would lower his shoulder.
Hurt you.
Yes.
He put on teammates out in practice. They didn't never talk about it, but I know somebody who played with him there. He put teammates out for the season in practice.
Again, he's the only guy that I can actually say and don't and say it and be okay with saying it. He's the only guy that I ever rooted from Texas.
Oh man, Ricky Williams is brand.
Like real talk, like when he was at Texas, I ain't gonna say I was a Texas fan, but I didn't root against him.
No,
because I didn't want to root against him.
Rick was that man for real.
Once he left, give me a hook 'em, Cam.
I tell you how good Matt Brown was in recruiting.
Hey, once he left, I started doing hook 'ems. Hook 'em.
It's funny. I tell you a story. So my boy Joe Hubbard played in Texas with Rick, and I went to graduation, and I know why Ricky went to school at Texas.
Oh, yeah?
I went in the school sister's graduation. I'm like, that's Ricky's twin sister. I'm like, no, that's she got here.
I want somebody to give us another comparison. And matter of fact, okay, for y'all if you, especially the ones who pick Falk out of the two, who do you think is the best thing compared to him right now in the league?
Compared to Falk?
Compared to Falk. If it's not gonna be McCaffrey, who is it gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not gonna be him, who is it gonna be?
It would have to be. He ain't played long enough yet, though.
And even though since we didn't got on the Derrick Henry, no, he is a big guy. But to me, he a big guy that runs like a small guy.
What he does, I don't like that.
Like he's more like the finesse type of guy that's running the ball.
Yeah,
To me he's no hard nosed bruiser. That a guy with his structure frame you would think would be.
What's that? No,
Because what's the boy that played for the Giants? I think they won Super Bowl. Jacobs.
yeah, Jacoby Jacobs. That's who he reminds you of. Huh? He was a big back. Though.
No, but he was a but what I'm saying, he was
Not
a big
Jacoby
back.
Jacobs. What was his name?
No, Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs.
He was a big back that understood his pad level, that would lower his shoulders
They run over you.
and punish you.
Yeah.
I have never seen a highlight of Henry doing it. I said only highlights we seen of Henry punish somebody is that stiff arm. It's one hell of a stiff arm.
But that's all it is.
But that's the only time.
Is anybody trying to hit him up though?
No, I don't. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that's a case of a guy's like, oh, I can't tackle this guy like, square up, and that could be the case. But when the other guys was running, they didn't have a problem. But again, no, this new style of NFL players, they more finesse than rugged. They worrying about hurting themselves versus not.
All them CTE cases.
Yeah,
I think
they may be a part of it.
I think in the long run, if he stay healthy, that kid Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of KC, he could be a do it all.
But now, true. But back to what Cam said. Guys not wanting to tackle Henry. Could that be the case? And that is the case.
Yeah.
That's how you know the game. The players now
Soft.
is soft compared to what we remember.
You remember when Christian Okoye was that big?
Yeah.
And what happened to him? Rocked.
Yeah, people was coming to try and take his
Ray
head off.
Lewis rocked him.
People try and what's crazy, a lot of the smaller, undersized guys were still trying to take your head off.
Right.
Now, you don't see that.
What was the boy from what was the guy? Not boy, a man from Pittsburgh. I can't think of linebacker. Big guy. James
Not Harrison?
yeah.
Not him?
Yeah, Harrison. Would have hurt. Would have tried to knock his head off.
No, he would.
Yeah.
Again, is the players now become more finesse? They don't want to stick their head in there because they still focus on not getting hurt so they can make some more money.
Yeah, probably.
I think the players back then, they played for the love of the game. It wasn't necessarily the dollar sign because the running lot when he got his finger cut off, part of his finger cut off just so he can continue the game. He didn't think about no dollar sign. He thought about, man, this is what I do. You couldn't pay a player right now to go play if they got a torn fingernail.
No, they done for they on the injured reserve list.
Yeah.
They ain't playing nothing.
Again, when T.O. was on the field with the stitches coming open,
man,
you couldn't pay a receiver right now that would go out there and do that.
Come back from an injury, come into the championship in ball, couldn't be covered in Super Bowl.
Fact, again, the man, it was stitches, right? It was bust open. Was that what was going on with his ankle?
Yeah, he had some stitches.
Yeah. But you couldn't play the receiver. You couldn't pay any skilled player with some defense side of the ball that's gonna be out there in that field and they leaking like that.
Right. DB is so weak.
That's how to me that's how much the game done changed with the mind frame of the players. We still see some good players, but we don't. I don't think we see the players that we seen back then. The toughness, shall I say?
No.
I don't think we see it.
You might have a one or two.
We seeing that some freaks that we ain't never seen before with the Aaron Donald. But he's an exception though.
Right. He could play.
But the league as a whole, at one point, you had a bunch of guys, they'll lay it all on the line. Now, it's a sprinkle of them.
Very few, man.
So, yeah, see, He did that, on a broke leg. So I'm just saying, but again, there's no receivers right now because they worrying about that paper.
Yeah. Who made that dirty play on T.O. to break his leg? Was that Roy Williams with the Cowboys?
I don't even remember.
When they pulled him behind?
Yeah.
I still wouldn't beat him up for that one.
And I don't know necessarily was dirty. He was just trying to make a tackle.
Yeah.
And the rules just changed.
That's
you can't do it no
horsecollar.
more.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, God, the things done changed. Cam, you can take away that picture, Cam. We done came to a conclusion. And so we talking about the NFL. You see where the two brothers, Eli and Peyton, is gonna be a part of the broadcasting cast for Monday Night Football. They're gonna that's like a 3-year deal. They're gonna like alternate.
It's amazing what that name can do for you.
Yeah. I mean, but Peyton. But Peyton, you already knew he was gonna find himself in a booth. I didn't see Eli because it's like he was a mute.
Yeah.
Hey,
Romo inspired them guys.
Yeah, that 17 million did.
Romo inspired them, boy.
that 17 million did.
Romo could easily be coaching for NFL football,
Yeah,
though.
I think so.
Right.
Now, I believe it fits Peyton. I think Peyton has the personality.
Household name. Yeah, he does.
To be a good commentator, broadcaster, whatever you want to call it. But Eli gonna have to show me.
He always look like a little brother.
Like,
like he said.
Eli gonna have to show me that.
Like he can't talk good.
Like really, he gonna have to show me that
Peyton's
he
gonna
can
be good for football, though.
that he can be a good broadcaster. I don't know.
No.
Because you seen commercials, you seen a lot of stuff where Peyton is
natural.
Yes, and I haven't seen not a one of Eli. The only thing you say Eli he doing is looking at you. That's all you see Eli doing, looking at you, and that's it.
That's the Blake gaze.
Yeah, that's all you see is him looking at you. You don't see
blank stare.
Anything other than that. Man, of course, I don't necessarily know if it seems as if they took down the amount of money that these first round draft picks could get to where you can versus getting the 60 mil whatever, then becoming like Jamal Russell a bust. Sam Bradford getting all that money and then live up to it. So list goes on.
They ruin it for others. What was the guy in Cincinnati?
Especially the ones that could actually lived up to it, and just didn't get paid. With that being said, Frank boy, Jesus, Trevor Lawrence,
not Lord.
He signed his contract I think like a few weeks ago, but he got $36.8 with a $24 million signing bonus.
He got it all. He got front loaded.
I mean, but all this contract is all of it's guaranteed though.
Yeah.
So, but it's like the money. Yeah, the rookie contract they get all that.
So, I hope the guy is successful.
By Lawrence.
Don't have anything against but I don't think he's gonna be. It's too early to be calling him the next great quarterback like they have.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that he ain't played. He ain't played that one down yet.
Yeah.
But hey, Mr. Walden, is Eli Hall of Fame? I believe so.
Yeah, he got how many Super Bowl? 2?
He got 2.
Hey,
he got 2, and he got numbers.
Yeah.
To back it.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be a first ballot
No.
like his brother?
No.
Then I don't know about that.
He's a Hall of Famer because he beat Jesus. He beat the other other one.
But he is going to the Hall of Fame.
He beat the other goat.
Because I mean, he got numbers wise. I'm sure he probably in the top 10 in a whole lot of categories. And then you plus that 2 rings, that puts him in.
He did it.
You take those 2 rings off, we talking about a whole nother story.
Not even
Really, if you take those 2 rings off, if he didn't win those 2 Super Bowls, he wouldn't make it.
Yeah, he makes it because of those 2.
He makes it because of those 2 rings.
Yep.
That's the only reason why he make it. Stat wise, he never was one of the guys that was always leading the league in anything.
He said just too weird for me.
But stat wise, the little bit of stats that he does have, I say little bit. He got more than most.
We talk about how bad the NFC East is, but outside of Brady's teams and stuff like that, it's the Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles have won some Super Bowls.
Yeah.
in this in the
Yeah.
2000s. They been 2000, right? When the last time the Giants? One time Giants win? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was 2000 something. It's been a minute.
Cowboys let the whole thing down, boy. Golly.
But now this is something that I need somebody to help me understand this. The NFL is funding a $4 million study to prevent and treat hamstring injuries. How can you stop a hamstring injury?
Tell me. $4 million.
Like treating it, I get it. But maybe that you can find some different treatment for a hamstring. But for you to prevent a muscle from straining,
Rip that turf up and put grass back down.
how are you gonna prevent a muscle that you don't even control?
But you don't. You better put natural gas back
Like
down.
no one controls how their muscles gonna contract and all that good stuff.
I'm gonna come up with something.
So
Get some back, you know.
So I don't know.
How about the growing then? How about the ACL?
Unless they exactly, unless they come with this futuristic gear you can put on that'll help stimulate your thighs.
What they need to be trying to correct is ACL injuries they're having, because that's, when you turn on TV, that's ACL injuries.
But again, I don't know how you can even prevent. I don't know how you can prevent any injury.
So go back in sports when we came up, even before that. How many ACL injuries did you hear?
You didn't hear about any.
You didn't hear about any, did you?
And if you did, it was like far in between.
Yeah.
Now it's just like that's a common
Every time you
thing.
look up ACL, out for ACL, turf. It's like playing on concrete.
I think that's because again when we played it was natural grass.
Natural grass.
When people want to get lazy and not cut no more.
You can go to these little rural schools. You don't hear ACL injuries.
No, because they play on grass.
Play on grass.
Grass gives.
Yes.
Turf doesn't.
It slides. When it's muddy, it's muddy. You're going to fall down.
And a lot of times the ACL tears that we witnessed, it wasn't due to somebody planning and cutting. It was due to somebody planning and getting hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not running and just falling.
Yeah, it wasn't none of that stuff going on. So yeah, I believe that alone, if they change out and start putting seeds out there and putting the sprinkler systems and water, hire you a good groundskeeper.
Right. Grow you some grass.
Grow you some grass.
Grow you some grass.
I think that alone would save the injuries, especially with the knees.
Man.
Hamstrings, no.
All that cut back, jarring.
But injuries with the knees, yes, that would be a start.
Yeah, it was the lineman over here on the local high schools, who just pulled out on the rainy game, pulled out in the pool, went down with ACL tear. I mean, come on. That's stopping and moving. I mean,
yeah, so that's what I believe. I believe if you can change out the turf to back to grass, yeah, that'll save a lot of kids' injuries.
Yeah.
With knees. It'll help prevent it.
Because I didn't hear about that growing up in high school.
You didn't hear about it. I know it's all pretty and stuff.
Yeah.
The upkeep is minimal, but
so you're alive.
Yeah, kids not getting hurt though.
Right. I've seen
players not getting hurt.
I'm seeing too many kids, but they see it.
I'm not sure how many collegiate fields is turf. It's majority. It's a lot of collegiate fields turf.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I know the one Miami play on. It's good.
Greg Law said Arizona still got grass. I mean, how many tears have we heard?
You don't hear
it. Unless they go play somewhere else.
Yeah, like because Miami uses the Dolphins field, but they got grass.
I'm for it, man. You can't create because some kids can run fast if you put them on a harder surface. Athletes can run harder, but
and see, and you would think the NFL would have dove deep in that. Because all that money they be giving out to these players, you would think they want to keep them safer, and putting grass back in the stands, in the stadium, would be a start.
Some type of grass.
Because I don't know like how much maintenance and how much money is involved in keeping up a grass field, but that turf, I'm sure that they gotta change out that turf.
Yeah.
Every so often too. So does it balance out? Because the turf is high.
Yeah.
So does it balance out to, okay, with the upkeep and maintenance and the cost of the turf, does it balance out to the equal?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Is it equal?
They're saving money more than anything, you know. But all of it goes hand in hand. More people making more. Doctors are making more money now.
Yeah, I mean, if Foster, you are right. He said ACL injury used to end careers. Yeah, back in the day, if you got an ACL injury, you was done.
Yeah, it's advanced now. I mean,
but okay, so
how often did it happen?
How did it happen? So put the modern day signs on how to take care of an ACL injury with the surgery, and mix that with playing on natural grass. Now what?
So
you're gonna have lesser injuries.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be able to
Didn't
come
hear
back
about it
if they
much.
do get one,
Right.
because the surgery now
Right.
is
Now
different.
it's even more.
Yeah.
advanced.
So I think it's a no brainer, man. But again, I'm just little old me.
Nobody.
I don't know nothing.
Don't know nothing. I just know thanks for the schools who don't have all that money to put all that stuff down. But, you know, I think it's still moving that way. I think even the smaller schools are trying to go.
Yeah, because it's
that way.
fancy. It looks better, and in the upkeep. But again,
The injuries.
the turf is not cheap. Turf is not cheap.
It's got to be. Yeah, so.
But anyhow, man, we're going to go and wrap this show up. If y'all would, like and share this live feed. If Lord say so, we'll be back at 7 o'clock sharp tomorrow morning.
Talk about them horns.
Cam, do what you do best,
Talk
Cam.
about them horns, baby. Go ahead and get y'all schedule ready for next week.
Hey, so all you Longhorn fans, while I give y'all this Mile High salute, we gonna do y'all schedule tomorrow. And so if I'm doing the schedule, y'all may go defeated.
I'm going to say possibility of 2 games lost.
Dude, again, so he got them Longhorn shades
I
on.
believe we can lose Iowa State before we lose Oklahoma.
Hey,
Just tell me
anyhow, hey, hope y'all have a nice hook'em day. And if Lord say so, we'll be back tomorrow. This is the best sports morning show on this side of heaven, because my mama said so.
Yes, sir.
Hook'em.